Good morning, everybody. We're playing some Naya Winota, but not in the popular Winota format. We're playing it in Modern. I think you occur again for the 9 months. Winota's been a deck that's seen some play in Modern, and after I've been playing against and with it, again in Pioneer a bunch, I wanted to revisit the archetype. I actually lost playing for 5-0 last night with my practice league. Last night I lost to Goblins, playing for the 5-0. But this deck felt very strong. Specifically in Modern, when you compare it to Pioneer, you get much better mana. Your card quality also goes up, and like one of the bigger things you get is Strangleroot Geist. Where Strangleroot Geist is just so perfect to on turn 3 sacrifice its Eldritch Evolution, get a Winota, and then attack it with haste, trigger the Winota immediately. And then I do think that I do think it's good to play somewhere between 6 and 8 humans, kind of on the mid-range of your curve. I'm playing kind of the full 8, 4 Seasoned Pyromancer, 4 Ranger-Captain. What I really like about Ranger-Captain is that it interacts with your opponents, so you can like find it off with Winota, sack on your opponent's upkeep, then kill them next turn. And of course, Seasoned Pyromancer is great here because it not only is a human to hit off Winota, but it makes 2 elemental tokens or up to 2 elemental tokens that can trigger the Winota when you attack. Of course, the big question... Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit, hardly. The big question is, like, what big human are you going to want to hit? And I spent a lot of time with this decision. I thought about main decking Avalanche Riders. I thought about, obviously, main decking Opposition Agent, Falconwrath Marauders. Some I can't remember whose Marauders they are, but the Marauders, and then obviously Torvalar's Huntmaster. But I actually think Geist-Honored Monk is the best choice. Where being at 5 mana, this card is like really hard castable, which I think is very important in Modern to not just have like 4 dead draws in your deck. But Geist-Honored Monk, like I was playing with this card yesterday, it was really regularly like 8-8, 10-10, 12-12. This card got huge, and I also just have a soft spot for this card. When I used to play like very casually, I would play a lot with Geist-Honored Monk. I used to like come home. And actually, with me and Jalen used to play like tabletop Magic with Geist-Honored Monks all the time. Jalen, who did all the intro music for the channel. So I don't know if I know he's been lurking in the chat in the mornings, but we've got Geist-Honored Monk in the deck today. Blade Destroyer might be decent. It could be. I think the card's like pretty fragile and underpowered, but like you could realistically play one of like the 4th Ranger-Captain. And then the sideboard is Avalanche Riders as an alternative hit and matchups where the land destruction's good. And then disruptive creatures. And so we also have 2 Eladamri's Call in the main deck, and we can bring in a 3rd copy of Eladamri's Call if some of these disruptive creatures are going to be particularly relevant. So if it's a matchup where we feel like we really need a Drannith Magistrate or a Gaddock Teeg or a Collector Ouphe or a Sanctum Prelate, we get to bring in the 3rd Eladamri's Call. Then we have the actual 2 to target itself, 3 calls, 3 evolutions to get that interaction. We've got Forge-Tender for the Ranger-Captain. I decided not to play the Giant Killer. You could play a Giant Killer. No, Kinrith is interesting. Kinrith kind of sucks. Kinrith sucks. I'm also forming that opinion about it in Pioneer. That card just is not very good. Yeah, I like it. It hits harder than Huntmaster usually, and then it also comes down a turn sooner if you just hard cast it. Okay. Nest Invader is weak. Does it help the deck to have easier 2-drop under mana? I don't think the mana is that bad. Obviously, like. We have a lot of ambitious cards we're playing. I don't think it's so bad that I think we need to do something like register a Nest Invader. Okay, gonna play the Voice. Can trigger Winota on turn 3 here. We're playing 2 of each shock land. We're playing 10 fetch lands. It's just kind of fine, I think. Yeah, and like we got Spreading Seas that game, right? Spreading Seas is gonna be very good against a lot of our draws. Oh, okay. I do get to trigger the Voice. I do get to hit with the Ragavan. Brutal though. Draw land, hardcast the Geist next turn. Otherwise, just probably gonna Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah, Voice is very good in this deck. So this is going to be a 2-2, so probably okay to attack with everything this turn. Let me just Seasoned Pyromancer first. Make this elemental token gigantic. Okay, then we get to Winota next turn. So I think because Ragavan represents a Winota triggered next turn, I probably should just not attack with it. Oh, 3-3 because of the bridge. I missed that. I think that's still fine though. Or this attack is still fine, but I did miss that. So glad I didn't attack with the Ragavan. Part of my logic when I peer over Geist is if you already have active Winota, you're probably winning. So it's good to make your deck better if you don't already have an active Winota. Well, the thing about modern Winota is that when you cast Winota and trigger it, you do want to be able to kill your opponent that turn because it's modern and like there's a decent chance your opponent's gonna be able to untap and kill you. And P and Kieran does not have that you're just dead factor. You are already dead. like Geist does. Geist just hits them for like 10. And then it's also part of the reason behind the Ranger Captains, where you get to sack it in their upkeep and just like buy a turn to kill them the following turn. Pretty good turn for my opponent. We're gonna get to trigger Winota 5 times next turn though. Pretty likely to find 2 Geists. Love that they're tapping 2 creatures right now. They do have the 8/8 trample lifelink blocker. But they don't have their counterspell up. Oh no, I drew one of my Geists for turn. Ugh. The worst draw step by so much. Worst draw step by so much. Kaya with the 7 months. Appreciate ya. So thin the deck a little bit here. Miss? Miss? Oh no. Okay. Well, I think this is still lethal. I'm not sure. They have to block both voices, gain 5 up to or 8 up to 15. Then they take 10. Oh, they're just not blocking in a way that they ever survive. They just are not counting, right? Yeah, I think they actually live if they block both elemental tokens there and kill me on the backswing. Paid actor. Yeah, opponent didn't know that math was actually for blockers the whole time. They're like, I got a big token. It's got lifelink, all right. I'm not doing anything else here. Ranger-Captain seems kind of bad at this matchup. I just trim 2 of those. For Ouphe and a call. I don't think I want Solitude. Monkey bad. Monkey at least triggers Winota. Monkey's actually not bad against the Affinity deck. I actually disagree. Magus seems good. Yeah, Magus seems fine. Whoa, the 2-pack. Assuming that's for a deck tech. Fury seems good. It can be good. It just kind of depends on exactly what their build looks like, though. Mardu Winota. Oh boy. So I really don't like Esper Sentinel and Winota. This is a card I considered, but it's like a very weak human to trigger off to get off Winota, and it is obviously like you want your 1-mana creatures to attack and trigger Winota. The fact that this is a 1-mana creature that doesn't do that, I think is actually a really big problem. And so I don't think I would ever include this card. Giver is fine. Brimaz is fine. Oh, sorry. Ragavan's fine. I don't know that Brimaz is fine. Ishin. Okay, so Ishin is a human that triggers Winota's abilities. Hold on. It's kind of a weird card. Creature attack and causes trigger permanent trigger ability times. The problem with this is like if you hit it off Winota, it doesn't like double up another trigger. You have to like already have this in play. You have to have another non-human in play. I mean, I'm of the opinion the Geist-Honored Monk is just like the card also to play for your big payoff. I think it's just the card. So I would be playing that over the Blade Historians and Marauders or the Hero of Bladehold. I guess I probably should have. No, I don't want to trade the Geist here because I want to sack it to the Evolution next turn. Yeah, I don't like Ishin. What I also don't like about Ishin is like, oh, you're also playing Mardu Ascendancy. Non-token creature attacks 1/1 red token, taps attacking. +0/+3. Yeah, I can't say I'm getting behind the Mardu Ascendancy. Love that Ragavan ate that counterspell though. Hold on, let me see if this works. It's also like I think that you're probably just better off being Boros if you're like. I don't feel like the Mardu Ascendancy is like and the Ishin really get the job done for you, you know. Oh, you're also Vile. Vile also seems, I think, not great in this deck. Yeah, well, you really need to have like cheap 1 and 2 mana creatures that trigger Winota. Like you just don't have, like Giver Runes is not even something like you want to be attacking with. Obviously, you probably have to a lot of the time. You have a 3rd Rebuke. Wow. Well, I've got a 3rd Winota. Got 1 copy of Ramaz. You got the Seasoned Pyromancer, but yeah, I'm not sure what 2 mana creature you need to be playing, but you do need to be playing a 2 mana creature. Alright, sad Winota. Nothing to trigger it. Just a 4 mana 4/4. Just a tapped Copperline Gorge. Yeah, I'm not sure what like other cards like Ragavan is. You're playing the Ragavan, so that is another cheap creature, but I'm not 100% sure what other good 1-drops you want to be playing. I mean, I kind of have been. I mean, maybe you could play Stoneforge Mystic. That was something I was kind of considering. Can we sack our Winota to get the other monk? I don't think you want to. Yeah, that was a pretty good turn from them, huh? Giver's has been proven to be amazing. That was Ragavan to connect. I'm sure Giver's like not a card I have a problem with, but it's like what I'm saying is Giver's not a cheap creature that you always want to be attacking with or often want to be attacking with. So what you need in that deck is 1 and 2 mana creatures that trigger Winota. Like the fact that Sentinel doesn't trigger Winota is a huge problem for you. Well, good beats, I guess. Oh, they didn't equip the Nettle Cyst. So I guess we'll just try to kill them with the Evolution this turn. Maybe they have another counterspell. They already played 3 Rebukes, though. Now we can pay for the 4th one. Yeah, but... Oh, man. Yeah, but your issue... Yeah, I think if we had double Geist-Honored Monk, we had a chance, but missing on any human in 12 cards is tough there. Okay, I think we just go to game 3. Get to be on the play. Ooh, weird game. Could you run this Winota deck with living weapon equipments and Stoneforge Mystics? Yeah, you probably would have to play like 12 Stoneforge Mystics, though. So opinion on the Rakdos Sacrifice deck with Medium Devil? I think it's probably fine. The Jund one, if you're talking about that one. Voidwalker as a 2-drop of Mardu Winota. It's probably somewhat doable. I feel like I might want something a little bit more resilient. I don't know. Like that's the issue. You have to find some cheap 1 and 2 drops that are good in the deck, and I'm kind of blanking, so I don't know. Alright, kind of an awkward hand, but do you think we're pretty priced into keeping? And obviously Ragavan can take away the game sometimes. Getting Portable Hold. It's an interesting draw. I think this turn I just cast the Strangleroot Geist. If they have another Portable Hole, they're going to use it on the Geist and not my Ouphe. Hopefully they have an Artifact Dual Land. So I bet they Metallic Rebuke this. Okay, I'm gonna cast the Ouphe. I think okay. Whoa, they didn't even, they were F6'd. Okay. Okay, that's good news. Blitz for the 23 months, hell yeah. Is good. Any Eldritch Evolution, any Winota off the top is gonna be huge for us. Ouphe is doing some work. Great top deck. Yeah, Ragavan, Collector Ouphe, Nombo, huh? Wouldn't Winota be really good? Persist creatures, by the extension, the Kitchen Finks combo. I think it kind of sounds like we're just saying things at this point. I guess, dude. Build the deck. What are we talking about? I think I take the Aether Spell Bomb. Okay, say 3/3, 4/4. Counts the Saga. Do I trade Ragavan for 4 damage here? I think I do. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna need to top deck Eladamri's Call, Winota, or Eldritch Evolution this turn. And even then, I'm not sure how I'm feeling. I guess we could hit Magus to the Moon too. Dude, my opponents had all 3 games. My opponents had crazy Urza into Thought Monitor turns. Oh man. Okay, they're gonna equip onto the construct. Probably dead. Dang it. Super important for a... Look at this hand. For a Reclamation deck, like all of your top end, like drawing you more and more cards for you to do with your mana, and the fact that Wandering Emperor doesn't, I don't like very much. It's obviously a totally reasonable card to play. Okay, playing against Living Ends, so I wish I had that Ranger-Captain back on. But that's an issue I think I find with this list. I don't like playing 3 Triomes. I know well, without the Renin 6s, I guess it's maybe okay. It's maybe okay. I guess I just have to Eladamri's Call for another Ranger Captain here and hope. Should we go full on the tutors with Cord, for example? Cord is really bad in this deck that is trying to attack. Yeah, Cord is not good in the deck. We already have 6 tutors also in the deck. But Cord is not a good tutor for this list. You are free to suggest a different tutor, but there's not a better one than what we're playing. You can play more Eladamri's Calls, but we effectively have 10 Winotas here. I think I'll have to Ragavan. Yeah, I would probably, if you're gonna play Wandering Emperor, I would play the 4th Shark Typhoon over it. Sideboard probably could use some work. I think in I kind of would just like to see no Force of Negations on the board, maybe. Or like play Dovin's Veto over Force of Negation. Maybe 3 Dovin's Veto, no Flusterstorm, 3 Force of Vigor, 2 Subtlety. That's probably what I do. Okay, gonna bring in the Drannith Magistrate, the Endurance, the Sanctum Prelate, Avalanche Riders. I'd probably play the Avalanche Riders on the play. Maybe they're better than the Geist-Honored Monks, actually, just overall. Easy peasy with the 6. I want the Eladamri's call number 3. Teeg doesn't turn off their anything. Yeah, I think I might cut the voices in this matchup. Kind of awkward curve, but like Seasoned Pyromancer, Ranger-Captain are both really good. Moon seems alright on the play. We're on the draw, but yeah, you could maybe play a Magus. I think Solitude's okay. It's definitely okay. I don't think it's better than... I don't think it's worth playing. Like, in some decks you want to play Solitude against them, some decks you don't. So it's great if we draw a red source on turn 1. It's got to be a keep, I think, anyways, where we have potentially... We're very likely to go Magistrate on turn 2 into Ranger-Captain on turn 3 against Living End. Sanctifier should be in the sideboard. Sanctifier is, like, so freaking overplayed. It's crazy. It's, like, terrible against Living End. Grixis Shadow is, like, not that popular right now. It's, like, Grixis Shadow is, in my opinion, at least not popular enough to, like, warrant a dedicated sideboard card for. And Sanctifier is, like, only good against Grixis Shadow. It's, like, okay against Murktide, but you also have, like, Forge-Tenders for the Ragavan decks. I don't know. Sanctifier, in my opinion, Sanctifier and Vec is, like, the most over-sideboarded sideboard card in Modern. Right now, at least. Right now. Strangleroot's really good. It's very good with Evolution, because you get to attack with it the turn it comes down. We didn't draw lands. Gonna attack. We're in Surgical. The thing about Surgical is nobody plays it. People do play... people just play way too many Sanctifier and Vex in Modern. You could play another Archon over the Gristlebrand if you wanted to. That would be fine. I guess I discard Winota. A 0-cost creature like Midnight or Ornithopter for a Ranger-Captain tutor target. I mean, I think it's a cute idea. I don't hate the idea. I think it's probably not correct to do. But I don't hate it. Okay. We draw land there. We get to Ranger-Captain, probably win, unfortunately. What about Dryad Arbor as a one-of? I kind of refuse to play Dryad Arbor in decks like this. The problem with Dryad Arbor is everybody in chat gets to... When I have a green fetch land, they get to go spike. Dryad Arbor would be so good here. But I'm the one that has to draw Dryad Arbor. And, like, just, you know, have it be, like, the worst card ever to draw. Yeah, it would be a good Ranger-Captain target, though. Yeah, apparently, I'm pretty sure the bugs are fixed today. Oh, yes, I did want to bring in the Magus. Oh, too late. It was bad anyways. Okay, this hand's good enough on the play. Where we get to Eladamri's call for a Ranger-Captain or a Drannith Magistrate. What was the bug? There were a lot of bugs yesterday. Like you couldn't join leagues sometimes. I wasn't able to join leagues. Planeswalkers were indestructible. Trading was down. It was rough. You able to fetch for Stomping Ground? You can. I think that well, I guess we got max punished, but I was thinking I was just like every single time gonna Eladamri's call this turn. Max punished. So I think that I just pass so I can trigger Winota next turn and hope to hit an Avalanche Riders. The random requests of the deck seem pretty intense. They're intense, but I mean, sometimes you have to sacrifice. I don't know. We're playing 10 fetch lands, 6 shock lands. No, it's not ideal, but I think it is doable. Or maybe we'll just draw Avalanche Riders, huh? Probably go after their green mana. Hopefully you don't have subtlety. You said you wouldn't recommend Banch Rack. The Teamer is the best reclamation variant. This is why I don't recommend it. I guess I'm just gonna bottom now. I could also hit Ranger-Captain off Winota. Let's hope that they missed their land drop. I mean, if they've got Grief into Subtlety into 3-mana Cascade on turn 3, good beats. We are playing the red channel land. If they had Violent Outburst, they should have cast it on my draw step, I think. We'll see what happens. Because of the Grief. Or maybe they're just trying to settle to me. Okay. That was kind of... I don't know, it's probably an okay concession, to be honest. Okay. On the draw. New matchup. I think we keep this. Playing against Dredge, probably? Well, this hand is definitely going to need to find a Winota quickly. We don't have a lot of graveyard hate for this matchup, but I do think we could maybe just, like, race them. They might have Dark Blast too, I guess. Yeah, I always have the Dark Blast for the Ragavan. Opponent's on the play. They got the Dark Blast for the Ragavan. They got the turn 2 Thrilling Discovery. It's not looking very good. They're getting back a Narcomoeba and two Amalgams, and they have Conflagrate. Well, let's go. Let's move on. Okay, Forge-Tender stops Conflagrate. Obviously, bring in the Endurance. We don't have a lot of graveyard hate in this matchup, but again, I think my plan is to just erase them. I don't think I want the Solitude. Ragavan is pretty bad. I think I'm going to go like -2 Ragavan, -1 Spyro, -1 Captain. I don't think Magus is very good against them. Is Prelate any good? Not really. It is maybe good turn 2 on the play, and you can name 2, but I think it has to be in your opening hand. Oh yeah, Magistrate does stop Ox, and it stops does stop Conflagrate too. Alright. I think I just want to try to mulligan to a fast hand. Okay, this hand's a keep. This would be a really good 6 or 7 card hand, because we'd have be very easily able to pitch a card to the Endurance. Now it's going to be kind of tough to effectively pitch a card to Endurance. Is this a serious contender for Dallas or just a test? I put this deck together last night. I lost playing for 5-0. It felt really good. We're having a dizzying amount of... it's been a wild stream today. I think I am unlikely to play this deck in Dallas, but I am, definitely interested in working on the deck. Love to just maybe draw a land and get to, and like hopefully not need to pitch Endurance. Okay. So maybe the hope is next turn we just draw a green card and then we Eldritch Evolution the Geist for a Winota. Like the thing here is like I feel like no matter how good their Cathartic Reunion is, I can't Endurance. Maybe that's not true. Is Sanctifier worth considering deck? Sanctifier is fine. I generally think we were just talking about this. I think the card is right now not a good sideboard card. Where Grixis Shadow is not that popular. It obviously does hit the Dredge matchup, but like Living End is the graveyard the graveyard deck to target, and I just don't think it's good enough at targeting that. Okay, so if I Endurance them here, can I win? Ah, this is so tough. They have an Ox and a Conflagrate in the yard. They're gonna get back a Silver Smoke Ghoul. I think I need to keep the I think what I need to do is draw a green card, and an Eldritch Evolution into Winota attack. Fail to draw the green card. I could maybe hit a Seasoned Pyromancer, but then I have to discard the Endurance. Obviously need to hit something big here. Did hit the Geist. We could just hardcast Endurance this turn. Was that better? That might have been better, yeah. Just hardcast Endurance, go off next turn. Yeah. I don't think that this line was terrible, but maybe that was better. Yeah, Dredge plays Portable Hold. Answers your Rest in Peace Sanctifier for 1 mana. If they do Conflagrate the Winota this turn, if they go like Conflagrate, kill Winota, kill Spirit Token, then we have the Endurance. If they're Oxing instead, then we get 2 Winota triggers off the Spirit Token. Okay. I think this is actually kind of okay. I guess I should just main phase. Just main phase the Endurance, actually. So they can't, Otherworldly Gaze. Ranger-Captain for birds, evoke Endurance. I think it's just better to cast the Endurance. Okay, Sneakweed Imp. Yeah, I also don't have double white. Okay, definitely not gonna attack into the Stinkweed Imp. Did I talk about why these are good when Winota hits over huge creatures? I did talk about it, but the big answer is Geist is a huge creature, but it's also like much more hard castable. But Geist it's gigantic when you're going off with Winota. It hits like about as hard as Marauders, maybe not quite as hard, but the fact that you can actually draw it and cast it sometimes does feel really relevant to me. The Biscuit, thank you for the Twitch Prime, appreciate ya. I maybe need to start attacking. Did you're a second ghoul? Pioneer Winota uses Torvalar's Huntmaster? It does, yeah. I think Geist hits harder than Huntmaster the turn it comes down. Obviously, it makes 1/1s instead of 2/2s. But, I mean, the difference between a 5-drop and a 6-drop is wild when we're talking about, like, being able to hardcast them. Okay, going to game 3. Wild game. Magus is not that good against Dredge, especially on the draw. Like, they can still Conflagrate, they can still Ox, they can still Reunion. It stops them from casting Portable Hole, Otherworldly Gaze. I don't know, it's just not that good against them. The red-white Reunion, but it's like too slow against that on the draw. Fury? I don't think I want the Fury. I think it's just like usually not a good game plan against them. Okay, I like that this card, or that this hand can tutor up a Endurance. Am I gonna pitch the birds to Endurance? TQ for Conflagrate too narrow. I've got a bunch of ways to stop Conflagrate with the Drannith Magistrates and the oh, that stops the Endurance. Okay. The Drannith Magistrates and the Forge-Tenders. I mean, if they've got a 7-card Leyline, Dark Blast, Reunion hand, we're pretty toast. But thankfully, they didn't have all of those. The thing about casting a spell into my voice? Would love that. Is there... You know, you do not want to play Containment Priest in your Winota deck. Do not play Containment Priest in your Winota deck. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay, so they're gonna Dark Blast my bird. I really hope they don't have a second Dark Blast so I can trigger Winota next turn. Obviously, we only get one trigger. But here's hoping it's good, huh? If we did Geist here, it's so much damage. Spyro's a lot of damage too. I think I'm just gonna get the max tokens here. Yeah, thankfully no Lava Axe. They did find an Ox and a Conflagrate. I guess we're hoping that they just Conflagrate my Winota this turn, which I think they probably will. And then I get to Evolution away the Spyro, trigger Winota 3 times. It's so hard for them to play Ox this turn instead of Conflagrate. But maybe they'll find it in their heart now. Couldn't find it. Yeah, it just didn't make much sense for them to. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have quadruple green to play Geist and Eldritch Evolution here. But I think we could just settle for 3 Winota triggers. Oh boy. The Geists are 10/10s, voice tokens are 10/10. Had the inspection for the house go yesterday. It was pretty smooth. There's some like minor cosmetic stuff. I have to install there's only 2 smoke detectors in the whole house. There's no carbon monoxide, but that's pretty easy to fix. It's missing like a gutter drain, and there's no door on the mailbox. But the important stuff like the foundation, the roof, the water, the heat, and the code is it apparently up to code is 36 inches. But they're 34 inches, and the inspector's like, you're gonna fall over these. Which is honestly like, congrats, man. Yeah, were you, Jeff and Danny, why are you guys congratulating me? Did I not, maybe I didn't tell you guys. Did I not send it to the group chat? I guess if I didn't send it to the group chat, I'm sorry, guys. I really thought I did. It's been a crazy few days. Yeah, there's no HOA either. We're really happy about the no HOA. I didn't tell the village. Okay, I'll tell them later. Sorry. You knew? Okay, cool. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Danny. When I bought a house, I was told a 1 month till close time used to be unheard of. Mine was a month, and you're saying yours is too. I mean, I was told that it was standard, but I mean, I don't know anything about anything. Misty Rainforest in your Saga deck is interesting. Oh, Titan. Okay, the Magus or the Avalanche Riders will hopefully carry us. Everyone says they don't want an HOA until the neighbor does something insane in their front yard. So I think my neighbors may be asking for an HOA soon then. My neighbors may be asking for one. We could definitely get tightened here. Oh my gosh, Grazer is nuts. Grazer's next to Winota trigger next turn. The powerful Arboreal Grazer. Oh man. I guess just one bounce land doesn't let them tighten, right? Yeah, they're 1 mana short. And we stole the Grazer from their top deck. Yeah, maybe Grazer is the card we should be main decking, huh? Oh, man. So, it's kind of interesting next turn if we Eldritch Evolution the Geist or if we just cast Winota. Where Evolution, the Geist is 1 more damage, but if we cast Winota, there's another Winota in the deck, and Winota is actually extra 4 damage if we hit it. So let me just do some math. If we Winota, it's 4 creatures. Geist-Honored Monk is going to be 7 total, 7 power plus 4, 11. Yeah, I think hitting hitting Geist Seasoned Pyromancer is lethal off, even if we don't Eldritch Evolution. Or 2 Geists. Malibru with the 3 months, appreciate ya. Grazer's just fixed Mox Diamond, of course. I want the best trigger to be Grazers. Okay, we'll stack Grazer's triggers last, because I think that's the fair way to do it, right? Okay, plays Slayer's Stronghold, casts Summoner's Pact. Very interesting to cast Summoner's Pact after playing Slayer's Stronghold. 2-pack from Ouphe does that for a deck tech. They can't Titan here if they have a bounce land. They do have a bounce land, but this is their last land drop. Yeah, I couldn't beat the Grazers, so we had to join them. Could run Nest Invader. People have suggested Nest Invader. I think that card's kind of like sad to put in your modern deck, but you can register it. I agree. It's not terrible, but it's like Geist is like the Voice and Strangleroot Geist are much higher power level than Nest Invader. But you could play it. You could maybe play like 2 Nest Invaders over the Eladamri's calls and just like be a little less consistent for finding Winota and more consistent for everything else. Okay. I can't believe we got the Grazer. It's so good here. So this... Oh, I can't stack it. Okay, the Grazer missed. This was the Grazer's trigger. Okay. Okay. So the Geist-Honored Monk, 9988. Probably just have to chump block the Geist. And I'm gonna definitely sack the Ranger-Captain under upkeep to stop second Amulet, but they also have to pay for their Summoner's Pack, so we should be pretty good here. But the is it just Gaia control variants for Murktide? They're fine. Fine decks. Oh, another, this is, okay, so Marty Winota again. So this is with the Undying creatures. So you're playing Viscera Seer, Carrion Feeder, the Undying combo. This is interesting. I like the idea a lot. Let me sideboard real quick. It's a lot to wrap my feeble mind around, of course. So we got the Ranger Captains, and then I trim probably like... Maybe I just go down to 2 Geist, 3 Voice. Sanctum Prelate. I don't think you need the Prelate. You could play it, though. I think if we had worse cards. Okay, so I kind of don't love having to play Recruiter. I do think you have to play it. I don't love that it misses, like, so many important cards. It does find you your Feeder, your Murderous Redcap. There's, like, no other way to tutor the Redcap if you want to have access to that combo. I do actually think you're too light on... You don't have enough humans to hit. Yeah, that's definitely the issue here, is you don't have enough humans. I think we keep this. It's just turn 3 Winota. Like, you only have the Viziers and the Imperial Recruiters and the Seasoned Pyromancers. You just need to play, like, Geist-Honored Monk over Thoughtseize, I think, or... Although 22 lands is also too low. That's another problem here. Yeah, 22 lands is not enough in this deck with no Birds of Paradise. You need to be playing like 24. But you also need like Geist-Honored Monk. So like maybe you cut the Voidwalker, the Thoughtseize, play 2 more lands for Geist-Honored Monk. But I do like the deck idea. I think it's like a pretty good first draft. I guess I could just hit Magus of the Moon off the Evolution actually. It's probably a bit better. Assuming we're alive here. Might not be. Do you think Turok has a home? Turok's a bit awkward because it's not a good hit off Winota either. Could play Yawgmoth. Oh yeah, yeah, play Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth's, you know, good with the Undying creatures. It's not as good as a Persist creatures though. Could maybe blend those two decks together. Why not Ignoble Hierarch? Well, I already have 8 1-drops. I think Ragavan and Birds are both better than Ignoble. You could play Ignoble Hierarch though. In addition to these. Yeah, well, Yawgmoth was a great suggestion. Yeah, blending Yawgmoth and Winota together is probably difficult to do, but possible. They might have the turn 3 kill here. I'm pretty sure Yawgmoth Winota decks... Yawgmoth decks should be running 1 random Winota out of nowhere. Well, the current builds of Yawgmoth only have Yawgmoth to hit, right? They can hit, like, Innkeeper... No, Innkeeper's a halfling. They can hit the Artifact Destruction. Yeah, Yawgnoda. Such a good name, though. Yeah, I mean, if my opponent doesn't kill me, I may be able to kill them with Magus here, so we're definitely not conceding. Blood Artist, yeah. Patra, yeah, Patra is a human. Patra is a human. You can Winota into the Patra Yawgmoth combo. Yeah, I did. We did think about Angrath Marauders. I looked at every modern legal human with mana value 3 or higher yesterday, but the idea is that Monk hits really hard. Sometimes as hard as Marauders, not always though. But like it's just way easier to hard cast, which I think is important. Because like I think that having like a cohesive beatdown plan B is a big deal. Okay, obviously we're dead if they have the double strike lands, but I'm gonna make them show me that they actually have it. They do have to have, like, they can also have it in their hand. They can have the Vesuva in their hand. The like Blade Historian? Not really, no. Not really. Blade Historian's also like, I don't know, I guess it's only the forest that doesn't cast it, but I could be wrong about Blade Historian. Kinrith sucks. I don't even think Kinrith's good in the Pioneer version. I played with Kinrith some. I didn't like it very much. I mean, I think we have to keep this. Put back second Spyro. Hope to find a land. Seasoned Pyromancer better than Kiki? Yes, it's much better. It gives you 2 tokens to trigger Winota. The turn comes down instead of 1, and it's also hit off Winota. Okay, if you're gonna play Snapcaster in blue-white, you have to play Opt. You can't cheat and play all the fun cards and not play Opt. Okay, land is obviously ideal. Kinrith is the beast against burn. I guess. Okay, I'm gonna dash the Ragavan so I can put a Magus of the Moon into play next turn. Do we not cast Ragavan because of Grazer? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, if you're gonna play Snapcasters, you need to cut like the Chalice, the Dress Downs, the Typhoons for Ops, probably. And then like you're still plenty able to win the game off your Planeswalkers. I like the 3-1 split of Teferi to Jace. I actually think it's also totally fine to not play any copy of the Wandering Emperor. I would probably play the 3rd Solitude over the 3rd March. I really like a 3-3-3 split in this deck. You could play like 1 Wandering Emperor, 1 Deluge, but it's honestly kind of close. What happened here? What happened here? How do they have 2 amulets? What's going on? Stop! 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 No! Don't kill me on turn 2! Stop! Stop! Golly. I'm not in love with the Emrakul, the Promised End, and the Sideboard of the blue-white decks. I always find it's like pretty unnecessary. I'm also not a fan of the Summary Dismissals. I would play like a 3rd Dress Down there. Unreal, dude. That's freaking turn 2 kill. You good, Obig? GG's. Keep this on the draw. Then they can't cast Double Strike. Triple Amulet lets them put multiple Titans into play. Triple Amulet allows them to put it, like... I think they get to put all 4 Titans into play and haste all of them. Or 3 of them. Maybe Fran can confirm or deny. Oh, maybe I was supposed to get... play this on turn 1, then get Temple Garden with the Arid Mesa. I mean, any form of interaction would suffice to stop them. Oh, shut up, Fran. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Okay. Pretty scary. Love that draw, though. Yeah, we may be able to crack back if we can find a land. Did find a land. 4 Winota triggers. Hopefully they don't have hammers in their hand and they can just get Shadow Spear or vice versa. But assuming we can just chump block here, I'm feeling really good. Chump block with the voice, cast Winota, trigger Winota 4 times. Yeah, I'm not saying we should ban anything. I am saying that was lame. Okay, no Shadow Spear. Could maybe even kill through a Shadow Spear. We'd have to hit like 3 Geist though or something. Okay, no Shadow Spear. That's huge. Oh no, give her runes. Do I attack with the Seasoned Pyromancer? I think not. Actually, we only get 3 triggers. Okay, Geist. Ranger-Captain seems pretty good here. Can stack on their upkeep, obviously. Another Geist. Awesome. So now maybe I feel like I should have attacked. I think... are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. Pretty good. Nice doing game 1 against Hammer. Probably with the Prelate. They go Solitude, Fury, Ouphe, the 3rd call. Let's cut the Ranger-Captain's 4th Ragavan, and then I might want Magus too. Maybe I just play the Magus on the play. I don't like it nearly as much on the draw. Yeah, Winota's a pretty messed up Magic card. Get a mulligan in this hand, though. Think Murray is worth cutting cards to build around? Absolutely not. Coming back Second Evolution or Mount. I think we'll be back Mounted on the draw. They consider Cavern. Our mana's too... we have too many hard mana requirements for Cavern. I tested this deck off stream last night. I lost playing for 5-0 against Goblins. Then we had, I think, a 1-2 drop, but now we're 2-2, losing a sad, sad game to Titan just a second ago. So my only way to kill a creature is the Solitude, right? Can't tutor the Solitude effectively. I can just try to chump block and hope they don't have another hammer. I think that's pretty easily the best line. People keep suggesting Blade Historian. I'm like, I haven't even been impressed by that card in Pioneer. I could be wrong about it. I could be wrong about the card, but I don't know, like, it can be awkward to cast. I guess, like, I guess you could cast off for every land besides the basic forest, but in Pioneer, at least it's hard to cast. The double strike is nice, but it's a good Winota hit. It's not a very good, if you're not hitting enough Winota either. Like, just hard casting it, I find, is just a pretty underwhelming. Expecting Winota on the SCG, not in Modern, no. We brought in the Collector Ouphe. That was game 2. We already sideboarded. Dude, they're letting me hit them with the Ragavan. I get to Winota next turn. It's kind of weird. I'm discarding 2 Winotas to my Seasoned Pyromancer here. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Ouphe off Evolution. It's just way better to like Winota with 3 triggers next turn. You know, do what we came here to do. If they have Paladin Hammer, it's not great, obviously. No. Yes! Let's go. I just discarded 2 Winotas. I'm like, oh no, they're definitely naming Eldritch Evolution every single time. Oh man. We love that. I also think Geist-Honored Monk is really good. I know people keep suggesting this just kind of happens a lot where I find a card that's like underplayed, but I think is just kind of the perfect card for this deck, and the entire stream is suggestions for playing literally anything else. But it's still battling. I do have a Prelate on 1, so it's gonna be tough for them to win here. Yeah, I know people just want to brew, but I understand. I'm here for it. I still feel like Nest Investor would be better than Voice. I think it's okay to have that opinion. I do disagree though. Voice I feel like has been great this league. Like the fact that Voice like makes you so much more resilient to instant speed interaction is just huge, right? Okay, so they do get to equip Hammer and Shadow Spear, attack, re-equip post combat. It's like not close to enough. I can just take 12. Should I Solitude Paladin? Hold on. If I Solitude the Paladin, I'm like exiling the Sanctum Prelate to do it. I mean, they're just super dead though if I do. Just the deadest ever. Gonna let me have my fun. It's nice of them. These may be the biggest Geist-Honored Monks ever in Modern. $2020s? I bet somebody's had bigger. Okay, 3-2. We're gonna play at least one more league with Winota. I want to play some Boros Stoneblade later today too. Yeah, very nice of our opponent to let us get all the Winota triggers.